What do you want to talk about? Some things. Troublemaker right here. We remember you from a few minutes ago. Let's start with you. Well, he had already turned the water on under his pot a little bit, hadn't he? Isn't that logical? Wasn't there already a little bit of momentum going? Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Can I take a selfie with you?
No, of course. Get it up. We look better.
Oh, we do.
Up.
Thank you.
There you go.
Oh, God.
That's your goal right there. You've used up all your time.
I know. Okay. I would love to grow a penis. I was not born with one, and I think I'd love to grow a penis. I was not born with one, and I think it's possible.
Did anybody see that coming? We used to say there's nothing off limits here. And somewhere deep in that message, we mean it. We knew you were trouble. We're playing with you. You may be or do or have whatever you desire. The thing about something like that is, it's hard not to expect what other humans have already been doing. It's hard not to notice what is and not perpetuate. It's hard not to notice what is and not perpetuate that. But that's what evolution is all about.
Because fish can do it.
Evolution is about living life, making new decisions, and focusing on the desire rather than complaining about the what already is. And so if you could stand back a bit, you would understand the evolution of all that you are. The tricky thing about doing something that others haven't done is it challenges your expectation until you step away from the subject and step into the laws and remember that a desire that is not contradicted comes about. The other thing that is helpful comes about. The other thing that is helpful, and we really like starting here. There are a couple of points that we're going to talk about in nearly every sentence here while we're together. And the first is about the value of you tending to your point of attraction, tending to it. And by that we mean focusing upon what you want without focusing on the absence of what you want. In other words, it's the consistency that brings things about. So that's a big part of the greatest benefit that you will pick up here today, that we will amplify enough that you'll walk away with a new set point on that. The other is the benefit to you of understanding what the point of least resistance is. The power of no resistance. The least resistance, power of no resistance. The least resistance, the path of least resistance is also the path of most allowance. And when you choose something that you care about and you speak it in public, it's all right. This is the best place in the world to say something like that. To people who do not believe that it is possible, you activate in the vibrational field around you a resistance to what you have said. And when you activate in the vibrational field around you a resistance to what you've said, maybe because they don't think you should do that, maybe because they don't think you can do that, maybe because they don't want to do that, what happens is there's a stronger probability of you, unless you're really clear about what you want and you've really had the fire on under that, unless you're really clear about what you want and you've really had the fire on under that for a long time, of picking up on their vibration and not believing them, not agreeing with them, but pushing against them, which is the same thing as joining their team of naysayers. This is a universe that is based upon attraction. It's inclusion only. There's no exclusion. And yet so much of the world is saying, oh no, not a good idea. That's not a good idea. That's not a good idea. To your boyfriend, to your girlfriend, to the way you're living, to what you want to do for a living. How many people in the world around you have not agreed with choices that you've made? And the thing that happens when others around you, especially if they're up close or if there are a lot of them, when they don't agree with the choices that you're making and you don't agree with them not agreeing with you, you're still pushing against. You've still turned the fire off under your desire because you're focused in opposition to something that you want. Jerry wrote a paper years and years and years ago. He used it in his teaching. He was wanting to help people have financial abundance. And his paper was called Keep Your Ideas to Yourself Until They Are Fully Developed. Until they are fully developed. Fully developed like manifested. Fully developed like you're so sure that nobody could talk you out of it, and you're so sure that you don't care what anybody else thinks, and you're so sure that you don't even feel the need to push back against them or to defend it or to justify it or explain it. It is simply something that I desire, and therefore, universe, that responds to my desire, and that only doesn't respond to my desire if I contradict my desire, then it is, you see. So there you go. Think about it, keep it to yourself, enjoy the thoughts about it, then it is, you see. So there you go. Think about it, keep it to yourself, enjoy the thoughts about it, and set a new pattern of humanity in motion. And as you're sitting there in the audience, it's hard not to have an opinion about it, isn't it? In other words, maybe you've never thought about it before. Maybe you're thinking about it now for the first time. But we want their thoughts to not matter to you, because their thoughts are irrelevant unless you think about their thoughts. Their thoughts are irrelevant unless you think about their thoughts. There you go. Millions of dollars, billions of dollars, turn a health condition around, attract a lover. All things that you have maybe thought were impossible are not. But the path of least resistance means the path of ease, not the path of proving, not the path of defending, not the path of struggle. Yes? Mm-hmm. Really good. Get out. That really is enough, isn't it? Yeah.
I would love a little bit on how, like a rampage on how to do that.
Anything that, if we talk further, you will lose the momentum that we already made.
Right, let's go.
Really. Really good. Really good.
First of all, I just want to give my deep appreciation to you, to Jerry, to your whole team, to everyone in this audience, to everyone listening. This teaching is by far the best.